Have you ever noticed something strange? The people who achieve amazing things are not always the smartest. They are not always the richest. They are not always the most talented. So what makes them different? They start while everyone else is waiting. They take the first step. Today I want to tell you a story about a young man who spent years believing he needed the perfect moment to begin. But one unexpected conversation changed everything. And before this video ends, you may discover that the only thing standing between you and your dream is one decision. Let's begin. There was a young man named Daniel. He lived in a quiet town where every day looked exactly the same. People woke up early, went to work, came home tired, then repeated the same routine the next day. Daniel wanted something different. He dreamed of building a better future. He wanted to improve his English, learn new skills, travel the world, create a life that made him proud. But every dream ended with the same sentence: "I'll start later." When he wanted to learn English, he thought, "I need more time." When he wanted to read books, he thought, "I'll begin next month." When he wanted to apply for a better job, he whispered, "I'm not ready." Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. His dreams stayed alive, but only inside his mind. One rainy afternoon, Daniel walked into a small library to escape the weather. It was almost empty. An elderly man sat quietly near the window, reading a worn-out notebook instead of a book. Daniel looked curious. The old man smiled. "You look like someone carrying a heavy question." Daniel laughed. "I have many dreams. So what's stopping you?" Daniel answered honestly. "I don't know where to begin." The old man closed his notebook. "Let me ask you something. If you wanted to climb a mountain, would you wait until you could see the entire path?" Daniel shook his head. "No. You would simply take the first step." The old man smiled again. "Life works the same way." That sentence stayed with Daniel long after he left the library. The next morning, nothing around him had changed. His room was the same. His job was the same. His problems were the same. But his thinking was different. Instead of making another perfect plan, he made one small promise. "I will do one meaningful thing today." Just one. He practiced English for 15 minutes. The next day, he read 5 pages of a book. The day after that, he wrote 3 new ideas in a notebook. None of these actions felt impressive. Sometimes they even felt too small to matter. But he kept going. After several weeks, Daniel noticed something surprising. The things that once felt difficult became easier. Speaking English no longer felt impossible. Reading became a habit. Learning stopped feeling like hard work. He realized something powerful. Confidence had not appeared before action. Confidence had appeared because of action. That changed everything. Many people believe motivation creates action. But psychology tells us something different. Action often creates motivation. The hardest part is almost never the work itself. The hardest part is beginning. Once you begin, your mind slowly accepts the new habit. Each small success tells your brain, "I can do this." That belief grows stronger every day, not because life becomes easier, but because you become stronger. Think about a seed. The day it is planted, nothing seems to happen. Days pass. The soil looks exactly the same. If someone judged the seed during that time, they might believe nothing was growing. But beneath the surface, the roots are quietly becoming stronger. Progress often begins where nobody can see it. The same is true for your life. Every page you read, every minute you practice, Every small step you take, they are building something invisible. Until one day, the results become impossible to ignore. Daniel eventually looked back at the person he used to be. He smiled, not because life had become perfect, but because he finally understood the lesson that had been waiting for him all along. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need complete confidence. You don't need every answer. You only need enough courage to begin. So let me leave you with one question. What dream are you still postponing? Learning English, starting a business, improving your health, writing your first book, whatever it is. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment rarely arrives. The first step creates the next one. The next step creates momentum. And momentum creates a new life. This is Words Glow. Remember, the people who change their lives are not the ones who wait until they are ready. They are the ones who decide. Just start, no matter how.